Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Burkround88 coming at the YouTube video, and today we're going to be talking about the 99s we could see. They do the sets in with preseason on the most built. I did videos on all the events coming up, and we got the events right, but we got some players wrong. But this current event, Nations of Hockey, was a home run. We got every single one of them right. So we're going to dive in to the next event that we think that is going to be the 99 most built and who they are. I hope you guys do enjoy it. Leave in the comment section down below who you think are the most built, 1 to 3, and we'll see who can get everyone right. But hey guys, I'm having a blast with the most built, and I think they could take this and tweak it a little bit for NHL 25, but we'll save that for another video. Let's get into this and see who we might get, and get ready because they might be players you want. So everybody can do this. Everybody can make their own prediction, make their own thoughts, and build who they want to build based on their opinions of how this game went throughout the year, because we have a roadmap of what they're doing, right? First they did headliners, then they did prototypes. They skipped fantasy because fantasy is more of an individual at that time. Heritage Classic wasn't that kind of MSP event, so they jumped over to Gallery of the Greats. They skipped the Global Series because it was Heritage. It's the same as Heritage Classic, right? It's a single event that was not really MSP driven. And then they jumped the Next Gen because that was just obvious. The Next Gen had MSPs, but they were time sensitive like the Fantasy, and they had their own 99s at the end of it. So they had their own prediction going on there, so they wouldn't use that. And then the Celebrities, they skipped over that and they went straight to Captains, which made it easy to predict Nations of Hockey because one, Nations of Hockey had 3 players in it that were in dire need of a team of the season upgrade, and they were most built because of their team of the seasons. Again, very easy to predict. So we're going to skip Winter Classic because that's going to be like the Global Series, and we're going to skip Team of the Year because that's going to be like Fantasy. So then it brings us to Hutverse. Well, we're going to skip that as well. Because although the Hutverse did have power-up cards, and they did have cards you could build, we are going to skip the Hutverse, and we are going to jump right in to the All-Star event. Now, when it comes to the All-Star event, there were a couple of cards that were standalone and stand out over everybody else. One being Teemu Selanne. Teemu Selanne was a standout because he had 91 speed without powering him up, and you got him up to a 96 speed. Plus he had speed boost getting him up to a 98 speed, which made him unbelievable. And then if that wasn't even the best part of it, he had elite edges, make it snappy tape to tape, and wheels. Teemu Selanne will most likely be the top build in this all-star set. And then Patrik Elias was another amazing build at the time with the All-Star event because one, he had make it snappy, he also had 94 speed, and he had elite edges with backhand beauty or beauty backhand, which made him really good because, as you know, the backhand is an extremely powerful goal in this game, and beauty backhand just makes it even better. So Patrik Elias will be number 2 in my opinion. I'm gonna go Numminen at number 3. And the reason I'm going to go Numminen at number 3, and I'm going to explain it after this, is because one, he had 92 speed at 6'2", right-handed shot, which was really good. He also had good defensive stats that came with that speed, high endurance. Everything really looked good on this card. He had shutdown, which was amazing at this time of the year. Well, it's still amazing, but it was really good at this time of the year. Seeing Eye was one that we were going through at that time because it was one that everyone was using for tips and screens. So Seeing Eye was a powerful one when this event came out. And I even believe they made an adjustment to Seeing Eye, and I think it was around this time. It was either this time that they did Seeing Eye or Thunderclap, which didn't matter because he had both. So it was in and around this time they made an adjustment to bring the effectiveness of those up, which made him really good. But the reason I'm not going to mention Chris Chelios, well, I'm going to mention him, but the reason he's not in the builds is because some people had the power-up icon Chris Chelios, and some people thought the power-up icon Chris Chelios was better, even though this one had shutdown and quick pick, and this Chris Chelios did not. But at 92, this Chris Chelios was slower and less endurance, but people already had him built. This is where there was a lot of people saying they didn't like how they were reusing MSPs from power-up icons, and this was why. Because if you wanted the Chris Chelios, you had him, you built him all the way up, but the other Chris Chelios was better for that time. But as time went on, you could elevate this Chris Chelios to better than that one. So people stuck with this Chris Chelios, even though it didn't have shutdown and quick pick, and its endurance was terrible, because it was going to be better in the long run than the current Chris Chelios they had. So I'm not saying that a lot of Chris Chelioses weren't built from the All-Star set, because they were, but I'm saying what keeps the number of how many Chris Chelioses were built down is that there was a ton of people that didn't have the resources to build this Chris Chelios because they've been building him as a power-up icon, so they went elsewhere, like Numminen or Solani. Even though Solani had a power-up icon, yes, people went that way as well. So that is one reason I'm keeping the Chris Chelios down. Now, mind you, there will be others events throughout this as well. After the All-Star event, there will be power-up icons. I say they skip the Stadium Series. They go to Hutverse. And then this is where, if there is a part 3, like a video that I dropped earlier today talking about the release date of NHL 25 and being a part 3, that's when they could go into trade deadline, which if I was them, I would just skip. And then 94, I would probably skip that again as well, but we could do trade deadline, NHL 94, Stanley Cup, and Hut Heroes. That could be all a part of part 3. Again, that's all to say if that's even right, and we are getting a part 3. But hey guys, this is all just for fun as we wait for NHL 25. We have to have fun with stuff like this. So leave in the comment section down below what you think. But hey, we're just waiting. We're just biding our time, and we are getting, everybody's eager and getting ready to get into that grind and build their team and start from scratch and have all kinds of fun. Thank you guys for watching. Till next time. Ciao, ciao.